Good morning. We are now here with our resource person. He is Mr. Martin Dai, the Deputy Administration of Don Bosco Technical School. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Miss. Thank you for inviting me.
So, aside from being the Deputy Administration, you also hold another position in the school. Can you tell us more about it?
This position is one of the most important ones in the school. It is called ITO, Industrial Training Officer, which is related to placement.
So, as the Industrial Training Officer of Don Bosco Technical School, would you say that your work is really important for skills training of our students?
Really, the main aim of Don Bosco, this school, is basically to enhance skill for our students, or those who come here to get skills, to look for employment, gain employment, and help themselves after. So this position and this ITO Industrial Training Officer position is very, very important. It's where we are able to list with the industries and enable our students, our products, to get gainful employment after this.
Can you say that we have the Don Bosco Technical School has a good relationship with the industries?
This is about 26 years of existence in Don Bosco here in PNG, especially here in Port Moresby. And it takes a while to establish a good relationship with the industries. It is a hard work, really. A very good relationship with the industry that makes it possible for our products to be employed in the industry. So it is the most important.
Okay. So I'd like to ask about the process of the on-the-job training. So this is especially for our listeners who are interested to study here. Maybe you can tell us more about on-the-job training.
So we have two categories, wherein we have the ITC, Industrial Training Course, which they normally come in after grade 10, the grade 10 leavers. Many of them may not have been selected, but they've given a space in our government system. So we absorb them, they go in for the skills. This is for 2 years training. The first year we have basically for 1 full year training, internship. And the following year we have 2 terms in the school and then 2 terms on the job training, which is they absorb in the industry, which they are required to have about 800 hours on the job training. This is about 5 months. And this is very important, and most of our students who go for the training for industry immersion, they get employed because they stay longer in the industry. While we have other sector, which is the academic, which normally the grade 11, before they finish or go to grade 12 and certified with a technical certificate, we normally give the 200 on the job training they require. It is important. So they also absorb during Christmas holidays, or during the free time, they are able to acquire the 200 hours before they take certified technical certificate.
So for the ITC, we need 800 hours, and for the grade 11, they need 200. So preparation seems to be a very important thing because these students have to represent the future students who will go into that company. So how do you go about preparing these students to go into their own on-the-job training?
Oh yes, this is very, very important. We don't just place students in a company just like that because it will really reflect our identity. So 25 or 26 years we have been here, we get lots of respect and trust from the industry because of how we really screen and train and prepare our boys, especially on the attitude of work. So when they are being placed in the industry, before that we really screen them out in their own performance, especially inside the school, especially towards the attitudes, the departments. When we sit down as all the teachers, we go through each students and we have the particular character attitude, which we call department. So we really based ourselves on that. So when we place the boys or the students in the industry, we look at their attitude and performance. Then we place them in. So once they get into the industry, it's basically what they have been performing, especially the good attitudes. If they have good attitudes, then we perform in the workplace or in the company that they are with.
But before they come into the school, Don Bosco Technical School, you're talking about students who were not selected. Can you tell us more about the characteristics of the students before they come into Don Bosco Technical School?
It's really, when a person is being noted or maybe put in a box that you're a failure, or you haven't gone through a system and you're not selected, the moral, the feeling of a person is that I'm not good, I'm not wanted in the society. So that is why when they come to Don Bosco, they give their best. We give that moral support, the upliftment to make them feel that they are worth. So when we teach them, give them the basic training for skills, the attitudes, even the academic we have, they're able to appreciate themselves and begin to feel that they can do it. So once they came to that point, then they're able to respect themselves, they're able to work hard, and they feel that they can do it. So once they go out and plant themselves in the industries, they're able to succeed. Because it may be the second chance, but it's the best that they have. Because Don Bosco believes in them, make them feel, and reorient them that they are valued.
So there are some changes into the attitudes of the students who come here.
Very true. That is the thing that I think most of us, all the teachers and the Salesians who own the school, that is the satisfaction that we have. And we give, and when we teach every day in the classroom, that's the end. We are satisfied. And many of those who are unwanted, or who feel maybe deprived of the system, or we feel that they are off, or they feel that they're no good, but when they come and they feel important, they do succeed. And our 25 years or 26 years here, many of our products are managers, supervisors, and they're doing well. And even in their own personal life, they also bring themselves up well. And that's our satisfaction that we have best educators here.
So we go back to the reaction of the businesses and the industries where we place these students. So how do they accept, or how come they accept students to come from Don Bosco to go into their companies?
So firstly, we have a system that is in place, which we call OJT preparations. So their documents, their booklets, their follow-ups that they have to sign. We also have in the school, when a student comes in, because this is a technical school, we also insure our students. And then we make it our policy that if they go immerse them into the company is basically not so much new thing in the school. So all what we do in the school is like industry situation. So the training that we give. So the preparations for the agreements, we have agreements with the industries. And then the industries have their own laws or the guidelines that we also try to integrate into our training. So easily, in a way, the company feels that we are part and parcel, we work together. It's not just simply looking for a person, just dump him there or put him there and there. No, it's a partnership that we do. So at the end, the company and the school, we both are citizens of the country. Though the company gets them, employs them, but at the end, it's the citizen that we want to help.
So it means that maybe those students who go into the companies, they're not really that skilled, or what kind of work does an OJT, or does a student on this OJT does?
So we have trades that we have in the school. We have motor vehicle mechanic, we have electrical trade, we have welding, we have IT, that's information technology. So we have the trade that which the students specialize in when they're in the school. So there are industries which are also specialized, or they have products which in that line. An electrical company, which has maintenance on electrical, or we have a motor vehicle company, which own vehicles, so they will do maintenance. So we also have the trade, so when we immerse them, they go into their own particular trade. So when a student goes for on-the-job training, we put him into that specialized company which is in that particular trade. So in a way, it's inclined to the company's need that we have.
So can you give us some specific examples of the work that grade 11 does, or an ITC 2 student does in a company?
Okay, well, let's say we have a MFM, maintenance fitting and machining trade. It's a basically maintenance. So our student, we have an ITC who is a machine fitter. We train him for 2 years, and he goes for 800 hours. So we plant him in a company such as PNG Tokyo, is one of the biggest company in PNG which repairs ships. So when he goes in, they have a section of maintenance, machine fitting. So we absorb him, we made agreement that if the company agrees that I need 2 MFM for the training, they have a slot there. So we made the 2 students into the company, they within 5 months during their training, they get the skills enhanced. Because really in the school, we don't give almost everything. Because we lack most of our machineries, the training equipment, not so much. So once they get into the industry, they have more experience and enhance them more. And it's like a training again, or another school again in the industry, a continuation from the school. So at the end of the 800 hours, so the students become more skillful. So in a way, the school and the company are training the students to become